Primitive Organic Garden. Thank you all for tuning in today. Today is July 2nd. I'm going to go ahead and tell you all happy early Independence Day. Today is going to be a very quick 5-minute video update. Just going to show you all a couple things that are going on in the garden. When I first walk out my back porch here, I got some lemon basil in a clay pot. I got a little bit of spinach hanging on. I got plenty of Malabar spinach, not a true spinach, but a great drought tolerant, heat tolerant, vining perennial that functions like spinach in the kitchen. I got some more lemon basil, some Thai basil. I got a couple of brassicas. I have some dwarf Greek basil here. As we come on down the porch, we got some more Malabar spinach. We got some grapefruit mint, some spearmint. I have 12 citrus seedlings that are in clay pots. Citrus seedlings are really interesting to start. You have to be very patient. Sometimes it can take 10 to 15 years to go from seed to fruit with citrus. Also, citrus has extremely high levels of diversity when started from seed. So the seed that you plant might produce a tree that produces fruit that is very different from the fruit you obtained the original seed from. That's okay. Diversity is resilience. If it turns out to be a fruit that you don't want to eat, you can end up feeding it to chickens or something. We got some more mint. I recently got a new bug zapper. We have a pretty bad mosquito problem because I live in a swamp and everything's flooded all the time. Got a little pepper plant in a clay pot. I started planting some giant winter squash. This is supposed to be one of those huge, 400 pound to 2,000 pound pumpkin. The record I think right now is 2,600 pounds. This is Dill's Atlantic Giant. Dill's Giant Atlantic. I have a couple of those seeds. I got some basil. I got a little farm dog. Some more tomatoes, strawberries. I planted another giant squash here. A little giant squash here coming up. Some kale and strawberries. My chocolate habanero pepper is loaded down with new fruits. I'm really excited about that. So many tomatoes. I've been picking about 30 tomatoes a day, even though everything's flooded out. We've been getting so much rain. We're expecting rain every single day until July 12th. 13 days of rain, scattered thunderstorms between a 25 and 90% chance of rain every day until the 12th. All my beans and squash and other cucurbits and a lot of my drought-tolerant crops have just died from flooding, but the tomatoes seem to be doing pretty good. Sunflowers done bloomed already. The sunflowers are real pretty this year. Got some more cucumbers, basil. Got a giant dill flower here. Gonna make some dill pickles. My tomatoes here are wilting because it's 102 degrees a day or some mess, but I'm not about to water them because we got 12 days of rain coming. Some huge Brandywine tomatoes coming on here. Got some more corn, some beans, some more tomatoes, plenty of okra I've been picking. Got some more beans, popping corn, sweet corn, flour corn, flint corn. Look at that farm dog eating a tomato. Hey, you're not supposed to eat tomatoes. Hey, you're a dog. You're not supposed to eat tomatoes. That's not good for you. Got a pepper plant, got another citrus tree, got a nice little bell pepper plant, got some purple basil, goji berries, peppers, more peppers, more peppers, more peppers. Got some nice tomatoes, some okra, more peppers, muscadine grape, tomato, muscadine grape, tomato, okra, tomato, basil, basil, tomato, sunflower, Malabar spinach, tomato, 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 pole bean, tomato, 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 corn, bean, purple orac, purple tomato. I got some really cool Thai long beans. These are like 16 inches long. Really cool. They're gonna fill out. It's gonna be some nice beans. Pretty excited about that. I got some tomatillos coming on. Quite a few different little tomatillo bushes volunteered this year. This is my hugelhulster plot. Recently wood chip mulched it. Lots of tomatoes in the hugelhulster plot. Pretty excited about that. Need to start cutting wood for the grill so I can have a 4th of July cookout. This stuff, here was pretty cool because there's a lot of, Malabar spinach and cucumber and tomato vines climbing up to a 12-foot stake. But at the end of the day, they're not producing a lot of fruit because they're sitting in the shade most of the time. Most of this stuff over here is not producing well because it's in the shade. But I think come August, when it's 105 degrees every day, I think a lot of that stuff will produce better than the plants that are currently in full sun. Well, thank you all for tuning in. Today's another swamp day at the Primitive Organic Garden, Swamp Garden. I'm really excited about these Thai beans. Hopefully we'll have another video update here in a couple days. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a good rest of your Sunday fun day. So much tomatoes. I've been picking probably 20 to 30 of the cherry tomatoes per day, and I've been picking at least 2 to 3 sandwich slicers per week. So many tomatoes. Got 8 different varieties this season. Tomatoes are really good for you. They're full of lycopene and all sorts of interesting antioxidants, and the taste is just unbelievable. There's only 2 things in life that money can't buy, and one of those things is homegrown tomatoes.